That's neat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh.
All the different flowers.
A lot of these people have never done art before.
Okay, now pull it through.
It's exciting. It's great to watch everybody grow. So the art gallery became involved with this program of creating long-term care creative art classes through a conversation that happened with Camille from the Regional Health here in Swift Current.
Art has always been part of activities. Looking at all the research and looking at our residents and knowing that some are very artistic and need that place to be able to do these kinds of things and express themselves. It just seemed like something we're missing.
Yeah, take a picture, but it's good.
Hello, my name is Andrea, and my dad, Raymond, suffers from dementia. It actually was a gradual process. We knew over a few years that this was happening to him, and then when it came to a point where, I guess, his safety and worrying about him being able to come home or getting lost or something like that became a concern, we knew that it was time that he had to be moved into a facility. It was bittersweet. This was the best thing for him because that's where he needed to be, but yet it was an absolute awful feeling of guilt, having to place your parent into the care of somebody else. Taking him out of what is normal to him, and you know that he is not going to be able to understand what is happening, why he's going there, and you can't reason with that because you're dealing with a person that is, their brain isn't working properly anymore.
Our residents that are living in long-term care now are very complex. They're very different, and they're coming in all ages, all different disabilities, all abilities. And then that's kind of where we come in and trying to figure out what's going to be the best for them.
There you go.
When people ask me what I do for a living, I say I get paid to bring people joy. Teaching in long-term care is, it's not like a paint night where you put up a painting and everybody can follow. This person can't see well, this person can't hear, that person can only do one instruction at a time.
Just say, go to the desk.
So usually as people arrive, I'm giving instructions over and over and over as they come in, and that's how I work with them.
So we're just going to experiment with shape and color today.
But most of all, I love you, oh, dear you.
Ray didn't initially start off with us doing the classes. He came in a little later. They decided to try him. Ray has no short-term memory whatsoever. So it was very hard for him to stay on task, and he can't follow a set of instructions or steps.
Let's do this white
So
one here.
you can't say to Ray, well, we're doing this step and this step, and it doesn't
We're gonna paint this
connect
white,
for him.
Oh, you want to go inside? Oh, really?
Yeah, and we're gonna
I'll just keep on going then.
Okay, yeah.
I start here then, eh?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
So well, I might as well leave this alone then.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone.
now, eh?
Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now, and then we'll continue over
Okay,
here.
from the white down.
One of the things that I've found that is a common denominator with many people with dementia in long-term care is when they are painting a picture, they translate everything into painting in lines. Painting in straight, careful lines seems to be a very important thing to them. And we're at the point now with what you witnessed today where we've moved to a larger canvas and we've progressed to where using those lines and the tape as tools towards working towards an art piece has developed into something bigger. We're now at the point where Ray is able to stay on task where I can randomly put, say, these darker yellowy orange leaves here. I could do an outline of 6 or 8 of them and just wanted to see what Ray could do with it. He filled them all in beautifully.
It's absolutely incredible, the stuff that he has done and the stuff that he has made. Every picture that he's made, he's had to incorporate words to some song that he likes to sing or still likes to sing, and it seems to be calming to him. It just reminds me, hopefully, of what he's thinking.
Do you enjoy painting?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Because there's always a feeling inside painting. There's something in there, you know.
Are your fingers dirty,
A lot of it is real. The majority is real.
There is going to be, I think they call it a silver tsunami. There is going to be a large group of people entering care homes in the next 10 to 15 years. And I know for being close with my own parents, I would like them to have an opportunity to be able to do customized projects in whatever care facility that they may end up in. So the numbers that we're dealing with at the Meadows location is currently 12 to 14 participants. That's the great thing about it. It could be expanded to an afternoon and a morning program, and I think would be able to fill that. In Shaunavon, East End, and Maple Creek, I know the numbers most of the time are between about 10 to 12. And these are much smaller care centers, so when Sean comes in to teach at East End and there might only be 30 people living in that location, her pulling in 10 or 12 of them into her class is 1/3 of the population. Herbert seems to be fine. Maria Ann seems to have a consistent group of people. She's able to teach it quite well, and she oftentimes, I believe, has her mother come and assist.
So on Wednesdays, usually at about 7:15 in the morning, I get in my vehicle full of supplies and I drive to Maple Creek. In Maple Creek, I work one-on-one with people who are more cognizant because the level of dementia and barriers there is much, much higher. So I do much simpler projects in Maple Creek with the group because most of them are struggling more. And I work individually with people who are just more capable because they need more instruction and they want to learn more, move farther ahead. One of the people that I work with there in long-term care is a gentleman named Ben. Ben is 82 years old.
That moose there, it was probably the toughest of anything that I've ever done.
Yeah. And through our conversations, I learned that Ben painted when he was a teenager. So I learned that Ben had not painted for 62 years. These ones are done, hey?
Yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah. So these are some. And what comes out for Ben the most, I think, was the painting. And we moved into acrylics. So Ben now uses acrylics. He has his own set in his room. He paints throughout the week. But the thing that comes out for Ben, I think more than anything, is storytelling. Ben is a storyteller, so in everything that he paints, Ben has stories to go with it. And I love listening to Ben's stories. Yeah.
Best behavior. Ben is a character. We love Ben here because he's just a unique person. He's a retired RCMP officer, and he's led the life. He knows the history of this area, and he's full of stories.
Sorry.
So he's just evolved.
Okay. So with that one.
His artwork is his pride. It's his passion now. That's what he does. I can tell you who ran the museum. People will say, "Oh, you work in a nursing home. How sad." And I'm like, no, the nursing home isn't sad. It's life. It may be the final stages of life, and we see death of people that we love, but I don't think it's sad, and I don't think they stop living.
The goal of this program is to provide a quality of life for the people who are living in long-term care.
So this end is steak.
What our purpose is to provide them with the confidence to keep making. Your skills do grow, and you're doing steady problem solving. When you have a flower and you want to paint a flower, you have to figure out how to make that petal look like a petal.
There we go. Many hands make light work. Great. Remember, we just have to make it a little wet.
I'll go through it.
Well, we've been teaching now at the Meadows for over a year. Personal bonds do very much develop while working with them because they become your friends. It becomes sort of its own little community within a larger community.
I had to cover some.
What do you want to do with it?
I've got to put. I figure this should all be more colorful.
Yeah, down here. So Levane is, I kind of refer to her as my other mom. Fantastic sense of humor. Yeah, I like this. Anytime that I can be working in that corner, it's always quite a laugh. She kind of keeps the group together, her and Sharon. Yeah.
I was thinking about wanting to be here because I knew I'd probably have to be here eventually, but stroke speeded it up for me. It took my whole left side. This is what I find frustrating. I did a lot of speech therapy. I still have to watch when I talk. And I had never lost any feeling in my stroke. They always say, "Can you feel this? Can you feel that?" I could always feel. But to move it was very, very slow. And there's still some improvements all the time, but they're minute. And I just felt terrible. Couldn't do nothing. Wanted to move my foot, didn't work. Wanted to move my hand, didn't work. I found it very sort of down in the dumps. I guess I was depressed for a while. And I struggle to keep from being depressed now. It's very hard to do.
When she first came, she was quite down. A little bit of depression and feeling down on herself. She can no longer do things that she once did, and I think that really bothered her. And it still bothers her now, but I think by showing her what she can do, she is feeling better about herself.
So what I'll do, and then I'll tie that in the back for you.
So I can slop. Yeah, I can slop clay all over it.
Good.
Yep.
So when Levane first came in, she had some barriers with sight and mobility in one hand. So when she first came in, we kind of worked on that. We would have her do all of her own projects on her own, which would oftentimes be a struggle. Her clay work has improved dramatically from the start to where she is now. I think it's a weekly practice that definitely helps, and it's also about building confidence.
I was quite interested because I don't remember. They talked about art, but I think they mentioned clay work. And the clay work was what I always wanted to do from 3rd grade. I enjoy learning stuff, and I also enjoy the people. They're great. They help us a lot. goodness.
Say orange.
Fill her in.
And just here and there, dabs of it. So we're going to add big leaves to this now.
So the funding for this program comes partly from the Art Gallery of Swift Current, and then it also comes from the Saskatchewan Arts Board Artisan Community Grant. And it's not actually coming from the health region. We do get a little bit of funding from them, which is very specific, and it's when we request certain things to be purchased, like picture frames for their artwork to be displayed. So we've also received some generous support from Pioneer Co-op. We had applied to their Communities in Full Color program, and it was towards the tail end of the program, and they were able to donate to us 20 gallons of paint very enthusiastically. I think that there is a bit of a misconception that this is funded by the health region, because unfortunately it is not. And hopefully someday something like this could be funded through the health region, because the Arts Board can only take us so far. There could be a danger that the program would end if the funding doesn't get approved for another year.
Hopefully, by getting the benefits out and how well it's received in long-term care, that we can find funding and continue it on and expand it.
It has been absolutely amazing for my dad, and I'm sure the other residents that live in East End. It's, to me, just another way to express yourself.
We've recognized that the need is there, the demand for the class is there. The participants love it. Anytime we have a space open, it's filled instantly. And we have to find a way to make it more self-sustaining.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on MaxTV Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com.